while. And we've got to pull up Freddie's. Oh my gosh. What an insane view.
About to cross the road right in front of me. I don't know if you're watching my stream. It's picking up debris. Oh, it's strong.
New
oh my God, it's
information.
strong.
This tornado warning has been upgraded.
Chandra, make sure we got Riley up somewhere too. We can put him in 4 or, put him in 6 in place of Eric there. So if you're just now tuning in, this is live. This is happening right now. A live view of a tornado that's doing damage just to the north and east of Lincoln,
hey Ryan,
Nebraska.
I'm about to turn my stream on. I have a tornado. I'm about to turn it on. It's a stovepipe tornado in Lincoln, Nebraska.
And you can see the debris getting lofted up there from Storm Chaser Freddie McKinney's live feed. Adam Lucio also has the same tornado from another angle here. Once again, just to the north and east of Lincoln, Nebraska. If you are in the town of Waverly, you have to take shelter. You got to run. You got to run, not walk to shelter. This is a growing, strong tornado that's going to do significant damage to whatever it hits. It could completely destroy your home. You've got to get underground, or preferably, you've got to get underground preferably, or you got to get into the most interior room of your home with as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. Thankfully, right now, at this very moment, it does look like it's in a field. However, this is going to be going towards, once again, Waverly and Finnegan's. Take shelter immediately. Wow. Unbelievable stuff here from all of our storm chasers.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Out there near Lincoln, Nebraska. This is the storm, the rotating part of this storm that has kind of promoted this tornado just went over Lincoln, Nebraska. And now it's crossing over the road here near Marion Center from Storm Chaser Freddie McKinney's point of view. Also, Storm Chaser Adam Lucio's point of view. And of course, Storm Chaser Brad Arnold here has it coming right across the road here, right in front of him. He's on Interstate 80. This is Interstate 80 right here.
About right now, so it might be losing a little bit of intensity, but it might also look like we have another funnel trying to form just to the left of it on my stream right now.
Yep. Okay, so we've got all of these views from our storm chasers here showing the storm, but I do want to focus a little bit on radar because what's happening here is really concerning. Okay, so we just saw an evolution of a really intense tornado that just happened just to the north and east of Lincoln. Hopefully everybody in the towns of Marion Center and Waverly got to shelter. For this very brief moment, it does look like it has lifted. However, this is the definition of a cyclical supercell, and meteorologist Andy Hill is going to talk to us here. Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, Ryan, there's also a huge tornado down west of Dwight, Nebraska. That's to the north, just to the north and west of the storm we're looking at right now. It's probably doing and looking exactly the same way. So we need to make sure we talk to people in Brainerd, Runo, David City, and Butler County, Nebraska here, just like I mentioned when this storm was a county to the south in Seward County. So this is now doing the same thing at the same time. Huge tornado likely there.
Okay, meteorologist Andy Hill bringing our attention just a little bit to the west here to, once again, the Brainerd area, Bruno, David City in Nebraska. This is just to the north and west of the storm that we've been talking about. We've got another tornado on the ground here. I believe we might have a picture of that in the Radar Omega app here from Willard. It looks like he's a little bit off of the storm there, but big tornado coming up towards Brainerd and David City. Please take shelter immediately. This is happening in Nebraska right now. All of our tornado warnings are either in Nebraska and Kansas. We also have some storms in Texas we'll be checking in on momentarily, but right now these two storms in Nebraska are major priority, and it looks like a new tornado is actually happening now with our storm to the north and east of Lincoln. So it's time to start focusing a little bit on that. You can see it forming there from the Hall Force 1 camera.
New information. This tornado warning
so
has
there
been
we go.
upgraded.
We've got another tornado down on the ground here. I'm going to pull up Freddie's. Yep, Freddie McKinney's got it as well. We've got another confirmed tornado warning. That's going to be for the storm up there in Boone County, Nebraska. Okay. So we've got a couple of tornadoes down on the ground right now in Nebraska. This one specifically is near the town of Waverly, Nebraska, the one that you're looking at live on your screen right now. This is near Waverly, Nebraska, moving up towards Greenwood. Take shelter immediately if you're up there, okay? Now that other one, the Boone County warning, that tornado is a big one as well. It's going up towards the Brainerd area. Y'all need to be taking shelter as well, okay? My gosh. Real quick, I'm going to go back to the radar here because what's going on with the storm that just went past Lincoln, Nebraska is crazy. I mean, this is the definition of a discrete supercell, okay? It's strong. It's got a huge base, big hook on it, and this is going to try to produce multiple tornadoes here before it eventually stops.
Ryan, I'm going to go ahead and turn and get you the thing in frame again for you.
And all of our storm chasers today are giving us incredible views of this thing. Here's another look from Hall Force 1. And then Brad Arnold, the tornado sniffer here, is also on this storm as well. It looks like here's a live look
Brian,
at this tornado.
I think this tornado may be trying to come back down again.
Yeah, it is. It is. This is a live look at that tornado going across the road. This is north 141st Street. So that's the road that it just crossed there, and it's going basically to the north and east. The next road that this tornado will cross, man, Brad is close. Brad is really close to that thing. And come back down and briefly lift and come back down. And now, we're seeing that happen again here through Adam Lucio's feed. And, well, Brad Arnold's feed, Adam's feed, Chris's feed.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
So here's our newest tornado warning. It's a confirmed tornado warning. It's for the tornado that we've been seeing here. And unfortunately, this does include a big chunk of the southwestern suburbs of Omaha, Nebraska. So the National Weather Service is quite confident that this storm is going to continue to produce a tornado all the way up to your doorstep there in Omaha, Nebraska.
Ryan, the tornado, the initial tornado has lifted. We have a secondary tornado that has formed now just to the north of it, and it is getting significant as well. Very quick.
Okay. The second feed
Ryan,
there.
we may have had twin tornadoes briefly there for a minute, but their tornado that's on the ground now is a beautiful, fully condensed cone. It is moving straight towards the town of Ashland and maybe very close to Memphis.
That second feed there is Brad Arnold. I don't know if we're working on getting that changed, but we need to. Let's see here. Okay, so if you're just now tuning in, where I'm just getting everything situated here with our back end. This is a live view of Brad Arnold's feed, who was just showing us another tornado that was happening here north and east of Lincoln, Nebraska. Chandra, please change his location to Greenwood, Nebraska. Greenwood, Nebraska. Okay, it's as soon as possible. Thank you. And then we've also got storm chaser Freddie McKinney showing us that same storm as well. It looks like, at least for this moment, it's not producing a tornado, and it also looks like it's over a pretty rural area right now. We unfortunately have heard of several different accounts of damage that this tornado has caused, kind of littered in different places between Lincoln, Nebraska and Waverly. But for the most part, it stayed in fairly rural areas and in fields. So that's great news. However, this thing is still, at this moment, is still capable of producing another big tornado. And now the next in line here are some slightly more populated areas like Ashland, Nebraska, and Memphis, Nebraska. We need to make sure that everybody in those places takes shelter because, this thing could very well try to produce another tornado here very soon. Also, we've continued to have an observed tornado warning for Brainerd and Bruno in Nebraska. So we've got a tornado down with this storm as well. Y'all need to take shelter. And then an observed tornado warning as well way up here in Petersburg, Nebraska, which is another place that needs to be taking shelter if you haven't already. So we've got potentially three tornadoes down here in Nebraska, all in a line, and more storms are forming. We're really watching this storm to the north and east of Beatrice and north of Rockford as it gets stronger and goes up towards Syracuse and Weeping Water. That'll be entering a very favorable environment for tornadoes here soon.
Hope you enjoyed that. It has lifted for just a second, but it is cyclic. I'm not surprised at all if it produces again. We're headed east and then north towards the Ashland, Memphis area.
Okay, so that was an update from Brad. Really quickly, as that tornado cycles, hopefully it takes a while before it comes back down. I do want to check in on our storms in Kansas and Texas. We've got a tornado warning in Kansas and Texas as well. Here is your velocity here near Fall River, Kansas. Looks like this storm is trying its best to produce a tornado here if it isn't already. Fall River, Kansas,